Hey, what's up, everybody? Alex Macklin here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a recipe for a bulk meal in Cronometer, and then how to make the recipe in a way so that you can essentially have however much of the recipe you want when it's time to eat. Instead of splitting it into an even amount of servings, like 4 servings or 6 servings, maybe you want less than that. So I'm going to show you how to create a recipe and do it in a way so that you can have however much of the recipe or the meal that you want. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up Cronometer and you're going to go to the Foods tab, but tapping on the Foods here, and you're going to go to Add a Custom Recipe. Now, you're going to need to name the recipe. We'll just name this Test. And then you start adding the ingredients. So the important thing to do is to make sure you account for all of your ingredients in the recipe. So make sure you weigh all the ingredients and then make sure that they are accurate and look them up as closely as possible to what you have. So I'm just going to add a few ingredients, and I'm just going to add random ingredients because it doesn't really matter for this demonstration. But yeah, so I'm going to go in here, maybe I'll add a Siggy's, and then I'm going to add an orange, and then I'm going to actually add, like, 200 grams of oranges, and then I'm going to add maybe some blueberries. This is going to be a weird dish here, but anyways, you get the point. So basically, you're going to go and add in your ingredients. Make sure you weigh all of these ingredients. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to hit next. And what you need to do is once you cook your meal or cook your recipe, you need to weigh the final batch. So let's just say you whip up a big batch of macaroni and cheese. Obviously, it has a lot of ingredients in there. So you weigh the ingredients before you cook the mac and cheese. And then what you'll do is you'll weigh the final cooked product. This is important because this is going to tell you how many 1 gram servings that you have. So we're going to equate everything in the recipe to a 1 gram serving. So what you'll do is it doesn't matter. You can choose servings based or weight based. I just I just have servings based. And then you can add whatever serving sizes you want if you decide to make different serving sizes or whatever. But I'm just going to keep it right here at 1 serving and then servings per recipe. Now, let's just say this recipe we made uh, is like 300 grams in total when it's cooked. Okay. And that's all I'm going to put in here is 300. Okay. Because it's 300 1 gram servings. Then I'm going to hit next. And you don't have to fill this out if you want to. I'm going to hit next, and then I'm going to hit save recipe here at the bottom. And now it's saved. So now let's just say I have 300 grams of this recipe, but let's just say I only want 50 grams of it. I'm going to go here and I'm going to add my food, and I'm going to hit add food, and I'm going to scroll over to custom. And then I'm going to look for my recipe. We'll just say this is test. All right. Now, I'm going to put here in grams. And then I'm going to say I want 50 grams of this. And then all I do is add it. And you can see that it's automatically going to calculate the macros for it. And that's it. And, if I want to change how much I want, if I want 150 grams, it's gonna do that. And if I want the whole thing, maybe I want 500 grams, it's gonna figure out that too. Okay, pretty simple. The main place where people mess up in the ingredients. So people either don't enter in the right ingredients, or they will enter in the wrong weights or wrong measures for the ingredients. So double check to make sure that you have the right ingredients. The other place that people will mess up is that they will not weigh the final batch. If you don't weigh the final batch, then there's no way that you know how many servings that you have. So the two most important things in this to make a recipe are to make sure that you have all the ingredients weighed out and accounted for, and then that you weigh the final batch. And that's it. And another pro tip, if you're using pots and pans or containers or things like that, go ahead and weigh those out and figure out what they are. And then you can subtract the weight of that particular pot or pan or Tupperware container from the weight on the scale. That way you don't have to like transfer the food to different containers and make a whole bunch of mess. You can just kind of use the same thing or just measure straight from the pan. Okay? Pretty simple. Hope this helps.